Okay, welcome back, guys. So this is another module, and in this module, we'll be talking about adding text and transitions. So last module we talked about adding our music, our background music, or sound effects, how to reduce the sound so the background music and the sound effects won't clash, how to organize your footages. We talked about how to import and how to assemble. So in this module, we will be talking about in adding text and transitions to your video. Adding text and transition. What what do you think transition is? Transition is just like visual effect, that visual effect that happens when you are moving from one video clip to another. And without transition, your video is just going to be like, say for example, slamming a door compared to gently closing it. When you're moving from one clip to another, and the thing is just, you know, it just cuts abruptly, and then it moves to the next video. It seems sharp. It feels sharp. It feels abrupt to the viewer, and it just makes it, less interesting, less attractive to the viewer. So when you add your transition, it just makes the move from one video clip to the other to the next to be more smooth. It makes it smooth, and they will be talking about how you can add transitions to your video, how you can add your text to your video, and also how you can add your transitions to your text. So stay with me. So last class we've already in the last module rather we've arranged our footages, our 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 background music. So we already have our video. So now the next thing what we'll be doing right now is to add the transition to the video. We'll be adding transitions to the videos first before we add our text. So to do that, let's go to in your workspace. Like I said in the previous module, I prefer using the effects workspace because it's quite easy for me. So if you are not yet in the effects workspace, try to go to Windows, come to Windows, then workspaces, then come to effect and change your workspace to effect, because I personally like it, but if I'm working on any other thing, may probably sound, then I will have to change it, or captions, then I will have to change it. But for now, let's stay in the effect workspace. So for me to add my video transition, I'll come over here to effect, I'll come to effect, then I will search for transition. Transition. Yeah. So you can see this is for audio transition, so we don't need that. Close it off. So you can see here we have video effect. Another video effect, you can see transition. Yeah. So now we have series of transitions under it. Let me close it off. Under video transition. You see under video transitions we have dissolve, we have immersive video, we have iris, obsolete, page wheel, slide. This is doing like this because I've already opened it before. I've worked on, of course, I've been working on my Premiere Pro, so I've opened this countless times. So I'm trying to close them up to make it look organized to you. So under video transitions, I have dissolve, immersive video, iris, obsolete, page wheel, slide, wipe, and zoom, which is the last one, zoom. So most people use um the dissolve transition because it feels soft. Yes, it's this kind of soft transitions, no drama, that kind of thing. So I also personally prefer it when I am using adding transitions to my videos. So now what you just have to do, let's use the solve. I'll come here, this drop down arrow by the side, I'll click on it, then the drop down, then you see there are different types of the solve. We have the addictive dissolve, we have the cross dissolve, the deep to black. Just pick anyone you want. You can play around with it and see how it looks like while you are adding in transition. So let's use the deep to black dissolve. Now I am as I'm starting the video, I don't just want the video to just start abruptly, like just start. So I would love to add like transition to the beginning of my video. So I didn't say this earlier, you can always add transition to the beginning of your video. You can add transition to the middle of two video clips, and you can always add transition also to the end of your video clip. So I'm going to be adding this transition to the beginning. Let's use deep to black here. So what I'm going to do right now, I have this deep to black. I'm going to press hold down and drag it. Now you can see my video clip here. These are my footages. These right here, all of this, they're my footages. So can you see this icon that is showing up when I get to the middle of those clips? You can see that icon. When I get to the middle of the clip, it shows again. When I get to the middle of this clip, it shows again. Yes, that means I'm still holding down the deep to black. It's still in my hand. I've not dropped it. So hold it down and drop it where you want it to be. So I want it to be at the beginning of my video clip, of this video, of the first video clip. So I'm going to go right there and drop it there. Can you see something has changed? My video has turned to black. So when we play it, you can see what happens. Can you see that your video doesn't just start abruptly? Your video is the first thing we see. It's just, it transitions from black to the video. Yeah. So now, before we add transitions to the rest of the video clips, I would love you to see how I can edit. You can always edit your transition. It's so interesting. Yes. The thing is, you can always explore on Premiere Pro. There are lots of effects. There are lots of things that you can do on Premiere Pro. All you just have to do is to explore, and you see the magnitude of things I can do. So it can be so interesting. It can be so adventurous. Yes, I'm telling you that. So now you can edit your effect by, you can see, let me try to zoom my timeline in. You can see this, yes, this rectangle that is in between my footage. When I bring it, my cursor close to the end of the transition, it shows this like a bracket kind of shape that comes to the end. So when you click down and drag it, you can always reduce your transition, make it shorter, or you can always increase it. You can drag it to increase it. Yeah, so my transition, as I dragged it now, I've increased it. So it's going to take a longer time before it shows, because I felt like at the beginning it was too short. So I just need more time for the black to transition into the video. So now when I play it, let me zoom it back in. So what you can do, just to make it, probably just for you to understand, you can just double click on it. You can either use that method I used, or you can double click on that transition itself. After you've zoomed it in, you can see what you are clicking on. You double click on the transition itself, not on the footage, on the transition, and it brings your set duration time. So at what point in the video do you want your transition to stop? And that is where the place I dragged it to here is telling me that it's on the second second of the video. Yes, this is 2 seconds of the video. This is minutes and this is hour. Yeah. So the second second of the video, that is when the transition is going to fully show. It's going to fully transition into my video. So I'm going to zoom out now and I'm going to play my video. Can you see that? So you can see how it transitions from at the beginning of the video. Now we also want to add transition to the rest of the clip. So choose. Now I'm leaving this to you. You don't have to do what I'm doing. You can be very creative. There are a lot of transitions there, like I showed you the other time. So be creative. Just explore and add as many the different types of transition you want to add. But I would advise that you don't add like different ridiculous. There are some transitions that are just so ridiculous that are not necessary. Yeah. So when you check it, you will also see that your descriptive as a your description as a creative will tell you that no, this is not necessary, this is too extreme. Do you understand? Because to me, being creative, minimalism is creativity to me. When you are minimal, when you work, even as a designer, even as a graphic designer, I believe in minimalism. Even coming to video editing, so you don't need too loud colors, shouty colors. You don't need too abrupt, too dramatic, over dramatic transitions. You don't need it. Minimalism is creativity, yes, to me. So just explore on your own. I will do this on my own. Take time and add your own transitions to the rest of your clips as you wish. So yeah, I am done adding my transitions to my videos. So let's see how that is. Okay, so yeah, you can also try yours, see how it's going to look like. It's all about creativity. Creativity isn't one way, it's about trying different things and see which one works for you, which one works best for the project you are working on. So moving on, we will be working on adding our text. Yes, we'll be adding text to our videos. So let's begin. Okay, so now, just to spice up our video, we want to add some text, because video is not just about just cutting and just adding different clips or just recording. It's about telling a story. Okay, now that you've organized your clip, what are you trying to say? I know I can see what I'm seeing, but your text gives your video more context. It gives it more, like, it makes your viewer to understand what you are saying more, because the way you can interpret your video is different from the way the person right next to you, or talk less of millions of other people, is different from the way they can interpret your videos. So your text gives your viewers direction as to what you are trying to tell them. It makes them to understand more of what you're trying to tell them. So now adding text to our video, so simple. Just move your playhead, that your blue playhead, to the position where you want your text to show. Click on your text and type. It's as simple as that. And you can also edit your text. You can also put transitions in your text. Yes, as simple as that. So let's play the video. I want to add text, but okay, why not do this? Why not do this? Why not do this? Let us add at the beginning. I want you to give yourself a brand name. Yes, so I'm giving myself, I'm Fola Creatives, right? So I'm going to be typing the name of my brand at the beginning of my video. So I want you to personalize this video, make this video for yourself. Yeah, so I'm making this video, right? And I'm going to be typing Fola Creatives at the beginning. So it is my video. So when you create your own video, you're going to type You're going to type in your name, your brand name at the beginning. Say you're a content creator or you're for your business. Yeah, say you want to create a video for your business. Type in the text of your business name. Type in your business name or whatever it is that you just think of that if you could type in to personalize this video. I want you to type it at the beginning of the video. So at the beginning, I'm going to be typing. You see, you go to the toolbar that is right beside your timeline here. You can see it. Yes, this is it. That is your toolbar. So now your toolbar, this is your text here. You see the type 2. Yes, that is your type 2. To see more of the rest of the tools, you can just widen it so you can see the rest of your tools. You can see all of your tools there. With all these tools, you can do anything on Premiere Pro. Yes, you can do anything. So let me close it back up and pick what I want. So I want the type 2. I am just going to come to my screen here. That is my program monitor, and I'm just going to click on it. Click on it. Yeah. So it brings up this red box. Yes. So it's telling you that yeah, you can now type. So I'm going to be typing Fola Creative. Fola Creative. So to edit my text, of course, I can't leave it like this. It's looking so boring and bland. You can always edit your text. How do you edit your text? Close up this effect, close it up, and come here, Essential Graphics, open up Essential Graphics, and yeah, you can see tons of tools with which you can edit your text. So first of all, what I'm going to be doing is to change the font of my text. I don't like this font, so let's just change the font to. You come here. This is where you can change your font. You see text here. Yes, you see, the font here is the present font here is Tauma. Tauma. I don't like it, so I'll just change it to say Montserrat. Type it Montserrat. So I want it to be bold. I want it to be bold. And then also I would like to reduce the text of my font. It's too big for my liking. I don't like it. So I will come here to reduce the size of my text. I am going to come here. Reduce it. Can you see? Very good. Very good. I am using this place. You see? You see when you put your cursor on that icon beside the text size, it shows you. It says toggle animation for scale. So yes, toggle animation for scale. So you can always use it to when you increase it, you increase the. You see, as the number of the number in front of it is increasing, the size of the text is increasing. So you can always reduce it, right, to reduce the size of your text. Good, very good, very good. So I hope you're doing that. I hope you're following along with me. So the next thing is to you see the font is not centralized. I don't like it. It is looking more close to the top of my video and very far. It's not centralized, so it makes it like look it's not looking so good. What I'll just do is to come here, you see, align and transform. So I will use these tools here, these align tools here to align my text to the center of the video. So I'll click on this align center horizontally. I'll align it horizontally, and I'll come here to align center vertically. I'll align it. So I'm going to be aligning it horizontally and vertically. Do you understand? So yeah, we're doing well. We're doing well. So when we play this from the beginning now, you can see. But isn't this just boring? I mean, and sorry, and then your video your text just goes like that. So we are also going to be adding transition to our text. Interesting, right? We're going to be adding transitions to our text. So it can have some life, just to add life to it. So if you observe that at the beginning I used deep to black transition effect on the beginning of my footage. Yeah, so I would also like something like that. I wanted to something like fade in, something like that, with along with along with the video. So what I will do is, let me zoom in my timeline. I will click on my text here. This is my text. You see, once you type text, your text on your screen, it brings this up, and this is your text in your timeline. So this is your text in your timeline. Once I drag my text away from here, you see that I won't see it again. It is until it gets to these points that I'll be able to see my text again. Do you understand? So let's undo that. So now it's back at the beginning of my video. So I'll click on it. I'll come here to edit. So and you see that your edit is already there, like I said. So now what I want to do is to add transition to my text. I'm going to come here, effect. I'm going to type in preset. Let me cancel this transition and then type in preset. I know you can see it already. Yes, it is the first thing there. So preset, have different presets for your text. I can always add to your text. It is bevel edges. Let me close them up so it can be more organized. Blur, fast blur in, convolution, kernel, mosaic, PIP. You see, all of this you can always. Premiere Pro has made it so easy for you to add your presets to your text such that you won't even have to stress yourself. So I would love to add blur to my video, fast blur in to my video. So let's see how that will be. Interesting. Now, I won't want it to be so long because that's not what we're talking about. I just want to introduce myself. So I'm going to reduce it. It's either, so if you want to reduce the length, like the duration of your text, how long it's going to show on the video before it goes out of your video, you can either cut it, bring it to, drag the playhead to where you want it to be, then cut it, use your razor tool to cut it, or you can, you see, when you come to the end of your text here in the timeline, it brings again that arrow kind of bracket, that red bracket is arrow, then you can drag it to the point where you want it to show. Yeah, so let's see how that will be when we play. Can you see that? So now I want it to blur out because I don't want it to just cut out and just leave like that. So I'm going to also be adding transitions to my text. So what I will do is to click on my video, on my text rather click on it to the point where I want it to start fading out. I want it to blow out. So I will drag my player to the point where I want it to fade out. And then I'm going to click on my razor tool. I'm going to cut it at that point. So at this point, I want it to start blurring out. So I'm going to drag my fast blur out and I'm going to drag it on it. So you can see, let's see how it looks like. Can you see that? So it doesn't just come in or just show and then just pop out like that. That is just too boring. So can you see that? So now you have a video to yourself. This is Fola Creative. Are you feeling me? Okay. So now the next thing we're going to add to our video, you see, we're talking about coffee. You know, people love coffee. Most people like to start the day with coffee. Coffee is good. It gives you energy. It keeps you awake, makes you, energetic for the day. So the first thing I'm going to be adding is, okay, so I'm going to be adding my text. So here, I just want to add my text. So let's see. I'll come here again, click on my type tool, then come to the middle of my screen, and then I'm going to type. So I'm first going to reduce the size. So if you remember what I said earlier, go to your essential graphics and there you can always edit your text. So I'm first going to reduce the size because I can't even see it. So I'm going to put it in the center, align vertically, align horizontally. You see that? So I just want to try and increase the size a bit. When you see, you see as you're increasing the size, it's increasing to this side. So you have to align it back horizontally and vertically. So to change the color of your text, which I don't want to, but I just want to show you where to change the color of your text. You can always change it through this, using this place, you know. You can always change it here. Come here, pick the color. See, as you're picking it, it's changing. There are tons of text that you can use. You know, let's think I should just use something bright like this. So, or not. So let's just use our white text. Okay. So I've already added my text. Now we will now go to do something, and that is I'm going to add my transitions again to my text. So I'm going to come here to presets. Let's just see what presets. So I am giving you, the liberty to add the type of transition that you want to your text, the type of preset that you want to your text. So let's try this. Let's let's come to somewhere here and then add the next text. Let's let's type in the next text here. So edit it as you want. I'll give you the liberty to take your time and edit it as you wish to. So I'm doing mine, you can do yours too. So also you can add your transition to it as you wish. And the last text I'm going to be adding to my video is this, and I'm going to be adding it here. So you can always drag it. Now you can see that my text is aligned to the left. So I want it to be aligned to the center. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to highlight everything, and I'm going to go to my essential graphics, and I'm going to come here. You can see this center align text. When you put your cursor for a while on your icons, it brings up the name of what your cursor is, what you place your cursor on. So I want it to be aligned to the center. So I'm going to click on that. So you can always change the position of your text. You know, it has gone out of the text. Now that I align it to the center, it has gone out of my frame. So I can come here. You can see these two lines. When you stay on it, it shows you what it is. It says toggle animation for position. You know, the position that where you want it to be. So this is say your x, this is your x-axis, this is for your y-axis. This 141.7, you can see comma when you are writing your x and y exact axis. Remember in mathematics, x comma y. Yeah, so this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis. So when I toggle this particular number, it is when I reduce it or increase it, this is my x-axis. Remember your x-axis is your horizontal line. So if I increase the number, my text is going to move forward. When I reduce the number, my text is going to move backward, that is horizontally. So I want to drag the text, bring the text to bring it forward. So I'm going to come to the x-axis and I'm going to increase the number. Can you see gradually like that? So, but my eyes, of course, centralizing it with my eyes may not work well, and that is why I still prefer this align center, align horizontally, and align center vertically. So it works best. I love it. I personally love it. So I can see that the text is too big, so I'm just going to come back here to the scale, reduce the size of my text. Reduce the size of my text. Interesting. Okay, good. So now you can always add your transition as you wish. So as you can see, you've added your text to your video. We've added transitions to our video. We've added transitions. We've added our text to the video, and we've added transitions to our text. So I guess we are done. So we just need to just clean things up. Just make sure everything is neat, because looking at this now, my music background is longer than the whole video. So it should just keep playing. Okay, and nothing is showing. Okay. So you can see that. So what we can do is once it gets to the end of the video, I will zoom in my timeline so I can see the end of my video. I will drag my playhead to the front here. So this is the end of my video where this playhead is right there. That is the exact end of my video. So I'm just going to pick my cut tool, that is my razor tool rather. I'm just going to cut my music background out and I'm going to delete it. So that is the end of my video. But when you listen to the music background, it just ends so abruptly. That is not nice. And that is where I'm going to be talking about the last thing in this video, which is your audio transition. Yes, 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 yes. There is also transition for your audio. Interesting, right? Okay. So just continue with me, right? So for your audio transition, right? For your audio transition, you can you will to get the audio transition, just go to effect, um and you can see it there already without even searching for it. So we have three types. We have three main types. We have when you drop down the crossfade, you can see when you drop down your audio transition, you see your crossfade, then you see constant gain, constant power, and exponential fade. You see this constant power, it actually feels more natural, but it works more in between clips. But for this particular one, I want the music to fade out because I'm at the end of my video. I don't just want it to end sharply. So what I do is that towards the end of my video, towards the end of my video, I will drag my players towards the end and I am just going to cut it. So I won't have any issue with it. Just going to cut it. So all on the last on this particular music now, this particular part that I cut away, I'm going to add my exponential fade because I want it to fade out. So I'm going to click on it, drag it, and drag it on top of it. Interesting. I'm going to drag it on top of it, and then let's listen. Can you see that it ends so smoothly without stress? So smoothly without stress. So you can see that. So now our video ends here, and we have just a 1 minute video. When you're creating your video, you know, reduce it, make it shorter than that. It's not really necessary. So my point is just short video and we have told a story, right? So I'm going to go, okay, so you would have observed me clicking this at times. So it makes it easier for me to start from the beginning and then go to the ending part. So It's just that. So going back to the beginning now, let's watch our video from the beginning to the end. It's just 7 minutes. So you can see that is our video from the beginning to the end. So if you have done this, well done, congratulations. You have just edited your first video. So thanks for watching with me to the end of this module. In the next module, we'll be talking about something more interesting, and that would be keyframing. Yes, we'll be talking about something much more interesting. So stay with me while we do this. Bye.